My name is Bonnie Rains. I'm a teaching artist with the Luther Burbank Center for the Arts. Today I'm here as part of Let's Be Creative to read a book to you. It's called The Day the Crayons Quit. The author is Drew Daywalt and the illustrator is Oliver Jeffers. This is a book about perspectives. One day in class, Duncan went to take out his crayons and found a stack of letters with his name on them. What do you imagine is in these? There's so many different envelopes. Oh, excuse me. Hello? Yes? Yeah, I am. Oh, that's a really good point. Thanks a lot. Okay, bye. Oh, that was a suggestion from a listener. Said that maybe I should have the characters tell the story. I think it's a great idea. Let's try it. Hold on. Hi, hello. Am I in the right place? I hope so. I'm Red. Hi, how are you? Okay, so I understand that I'm going to read my page to you. So this is what I look like when I'm not dressed up as my crayon self. Yeah, I'm a crayon. My name is Red. As you can see. I even have red socks with dogs on them. Okay, so here's my page of what I wrote to Duncan, okay? And this is kind of just how I felt at the time. I'm just telling you. This is my perspective. Okay, here we go. Hey, Duncan. It's me, Red Crayon. We need to talk. You make me work harder than any of the other crayons. All year long, I wear myself out coloring fire engines, apples, strawberries, and everything else that's red. I even work on holidays. I have to color all the Santas at Christmas and all the hearts on Valentine's Day. I need a rest. Your overworked friend, Red Crayon. That's exactly how I feel from my perspective. Thanks for listening. Bye, and thank you. Hi, hello. Is this where I'm supposed to be? Oh, okay, hello. Oh, hi. Hi. I'm Purple. I'm Purple Crayon. How do you do? Nice to meet you. I understand I'm going to be reading what I wrote to Duncan. So I think of myself as a very elegant crayon. I try to stay calm. So I might have been a little bit upset when I wrote this to Duncan. But at any rate, this is what I wrote, how I felt at the time. Here's a picture I drew. Okay, here we go. Dear Duncan, all right, listen. I was a little upset when I wrote this. I love that I'm your favorite crayon for grapes, dragons, and wizards' hats. But it makes me crazy that so much of my gorgeous color goes outside the lines. If you don't start coloring inside the lines soon, I'm going to completely lose it. Your very neat friend, Purple Crayon. I hope you enjoyed hearing from me. And that's really how I was feeling. Thank you. Hello. I'm Beige. How are you today? I'd like to read you my page to Duncan. Dear Duncan, I'm tired of being called light brown or dark tan because I am neither. I am beige, and I'm proud. I'm also tired of being second place to Mr. Brown Crayon. It's not fair that Brown gets all the bears, the ponies, the puppies, Well, the only things I get are turkey dinners, if I'm lucky. And wheat. And let's be honest. When was the last time you saw a kid excited about coloring wheat? Your beige friend? Beige crayon. Thank you for listening. Hello. I think this is where I'm supposed to be. Hey, I'm Gray, here to read my page. You know, we're all just kind of talking about how we feel and how we felt at the time we wrote this, because actually we all quit. Obviously, the title said we quit. So there's a little bit of, you can detect a little bit of frustration, anger, despair, disgust. Well, this is how I was feeling at the time. Okay, listen up. Duncan, Gray Crayon here. You're killing me! I know you love elephants. And I know elephants are gray. But that's a lot of space to color all by myself. Don't even get me started on your rhinos, your hippos, your humpback whales. You know how tired I am after handling one of those things? Such big animals! Baby penguins are gray, you know. So are very tiny rocks. Pebbles. How about one of those once in a while to give me a break? You're very tired, friend. Gray Crayon. Hello. Hi. I'm White Crayon here. How are you today? Nice to meet you. Well, you probably imagine what it's like for me. Everybody knows what white crayon's like. Trying to put on white paper. It just doesn't really work out that well. Usually you have to write on black surface. It's not always easy. Well, anyway, here's the letter I wrote to Duncan. Dear Duncan, you color with me, but why? Most of the time I'm the same color as the page you're using me on, white. If I didn't have a black outline, you wouldn't even know I was there. I'm not even in the rainbow. I'm only used to color snow, or to fill an empty space between other things. And it leaves me feeling, well, empty. We need to talk. Your empty friend. White Crayon. Thanks for listening. Bye. Hey, I'm Black Crayon. I think this is where I'm supposed to be. They asked me to come here and read my piece that I wrote to Duncan. So here's my letter. Oh, and by the way, here's a black dog. Come here, black dog. They even have a black dog here. That's my point. A lot about black. Well, she's got a little gray on her too, but basically she's black. Say hi, Pete. Alright, you go. Okay, here's my letter to Duncan, and I still feel this way. Hi, Duncan. I hate being used to draw the outline of things. Things that are colored in by other colors, all of which think they're brighter than me. It's not fair when you use me to draw a nice beach ball and then fill in with all the colors of the ball with all the other crayons. How about a black beach ball sometime? Is that too much to ask? Your friend, Black Crayon. Now you know how I feel. Alright? I think it's a good point. Thanks for listening. Bye. Hello. Hello. Hi. I'm Green. How are you? I've been asked to come here today to talk to you about some perspective. So I guess I'm just supposed to read what I wrote to Duncan on the day that Crayons Quit. So let's begin, shall we? Okay. Here's my picture. Pretty good, huh? Dear Duncan, as Green Crayon, I'm writing for 2 reasons. One is to say that I like my workloads of crocodiles, trees, dinosaurs, and frogs. I have no problems and wish to congratulate you on a very successful coloring things green career so far. The second reason I write is for my friends, Yellow Crayon and Orange Crayon, who are no longer speaking to each other. Both crayons feel that they should be the color of the sun. Please settle this soon, because they're driving the rest of us crazy. Your happy friend, Green Crayon. Thank you for having me here today. Nice to meet you. Hi, Yellow Crayon here. I'd like to read my point of view. Dear Duncan, Yellow Crayon here. I need you to tell Orange Crayon that I am the color of the sun. I would tell him, but we are no longer speaking. And I can prove to you that I'm the color of the sun too. Last Tuesday, you used me to color in the sun on your Happy Farm coloring book. Let me show you. Right here. Yellow. As it should be. In case you've forgotten, it's on page 7. You can't miss me. I'm shining down brilliantly on a field of yellow corn. Your pal, and the true color of the sun, Yellow Crayon. Thanks for listening. Hey Duncan. Hey everybody. Dear Duncan, I see Yellow Crayon already talked to you, the big whiner. Anyway, could you please tell Mr. Tattletale that he is not the color of the sun? I would, but we're no longer speaking. We both know I am clearly the color of the sun because on Thursday you used me to color the sun both on Monkey Island and the Meet the Zookeeper pages in your Day at the Zoo coloring book. Orange, you glad I'm here? Here's the evidence. Here and here. Your pal and the real color of the sun, Orange Crayon. Hello, I think I'm supposed to report here. I think this is the right place. Is this the right place? Okay, I hope so. Hi, I'm Blue. How are you? I'm here today to read my letter to Duncan and for you to enjoy. Okay, let's begin. I think I'm going to start by showing you my picture. Pretty good artist, wouldn't you say? I'm just trying to be humble. Dear Duncan, it has been great being your favorite color this past year. And the year before. And the year before that. I really enjoyed all the oceans, lakes, rivers, raindrops, rain clouds, and clear skies. But the bad news is, I'm so short and stubby. I can't even see over the railing in the crayon box anymore. I need a break. Your very stubby friend, Blue Crayon. And that's just how I feel. But I am really glad that I'm your favorite color. Thank you. Hello. Here to promote pink. I'm pink. Hello, I am pink. Hi. Here to promote myself. How are you today? Here's my letter to Duncan, and I hope that Duncan really pays attention to this. Okay. Listen here, kid. You have not used me once in the past year. It's because you think I'm a girl's color, isn't it? Speaking of which, please tell your little sister that I said thank you for using me to color her Little Princess coloring book. I think she did a fabulous job of staying inside the lines. Now back to us. Could you please use me sometime to color the occasional pink dinosaur, or monster, or cowboy? Goodness knows, they could use a splash of color. Your unused friend, Pink Crayon. I don't think that's too much to ask, do you? Okay, I look forward to seeing myself used more often. Thank you. Hi, I'm Peach Crayon and I was asked to come here today. So my letter's a little embarrassing because well, you'll see. I'll read it to you. Okay. Hey Duncan, it's me, Peach Crayon. Why did you peel off my paper wrapping? Now I'm naked and too embarrassed to leave the crayon box. I don't even have any underwear. How would you like to go to school naked? I need some clothes. Help! Your naked friend, Peach Crayon. Now let me just explain that, yeah, he did rip off the wrapping one time, but normally I'm clothed, just like all the other crayons, and things have worked out pretty well. I understand, I believe that I'm the last speaker for today, I'm the last one who was in the crayon box talking to Duncan. And, well, that's about all I have to say, and I'm going to turn this back over to the original narrator of the story. And the other crayons and I would like to thank you for listening to us today and paying attention to us. And we hope that you've enjoyed meeting us. We've certainly enjoyed meeting you. Thanks and bye. Hi, it's me, Bonnie. I'm back. Now I do have one more final page to read to you in the book. Here's a picture of all the letters. He's read them all. Well, poor Duncan just wanted to color. And of course he wanted his crayons to be happy. And that gave him an idea. When Duncan showed his teacher his new picture, she gave him an A for coloring. And an A+ for creativity. I love this book. It's so funny and creative and clever. Now, what this author's doing is a special writing technique called personification. He's taking an inanimate object, a crayon, something that's not alive, and he's making it as if it were human. So in the word personification, you can kind of see person, and that's what he's doing. And it allows me to empathize with the crayons. I mean, I never thought about how a crayon felt before. So it does that for me. And then it helps me empathize with people and think about what they're going through. So I want to talk about now how you can dramatize, which is what I was doing. So dramatization is when I make something come alive, whether it's a real person, an imaginary person, or even a crayon, as you can see. And to dramatize, we use our imagination, and we use our voice, and we use our body, especially for this, our facial expressions. I'd like you to think about which crayon you would want to be and try it out. So you need to think about how you would make that crayon come alive. Now, I used the book to help me think about what each attitude was for the crayons. For example, black crayon was very grumpy, and yellow and orange were very competitive, and peach crayon was kind of embarrassed. So I tried to think about how would my face go and how would my voice be to make that character be believable to you, the watcher, to the observer. Now, you don't have to dramatize a color in the book. You could pick another color like silver or gold or magenta. What would silver say to Duncan? Now, it's not just crayons that you could personify and act out. You could pick something such as furniture. A bed would have a very different viewpoint than a table. How about ice cream flavors? Each flavor would probably have a very different attitude and about the treatment that they get. You could use eating utensils. How would a fork speak about how the life is compared to a knife or a spoon? What about footwear? Think about a conversation between a sandal and a boot. You could even do this with more than one person, and each person take one of the characters and talk back and forth. Well, I'm this way. Well, you don't have to deal with that, and I do. So many possibilities, but the idea is to dramatize it, make it come more alive so that you can really investigate other perspectives and other points of view. Because perspectives means points of view. And if you can investigate it by dramatizing, it's very helpful for you and it's very entertaining for anyone watching you. When you do drama, you don't have to have an audience, but it's really great if you do. So you can just find someone who lives with you to be an audience for you, or you can have them join in the dramatization. I hope you've enjoyed this book. Tune in tomorrow for another video of Let's Be Creative, 1 o'clock. Thank you so much. Bye.